Who are you?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I'm Elaine.
You're Elaine.
I'm Alexa's cousin. Well, actually, I'm your aunt.
What?
Yeah, because her
Not
dad
cousins.
is my cousin. Like,
Interesting.
cousin.
In Mexican culture, she's technically my cousin?
No, I'm your aunt.
No, actually, biologically, you are my cousin.
Ow.
In Mexican culture, you're my tia.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
But in American.
So we always said we're just cousins.
Yeah, because we are. So
Plus,
we're second cousins.
Your dad is like really
old.
He's like much older.
Because we're closer in age than like you and my dad.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so where are you from?
So I'm from Highland Park.
Shout out to Highland Park.
Shout out.
Oh, here we
Born
go.
and
Shout out
raised.
to the homies.
Shout out to all the homies out there in the barrio. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, born and raised. Grew up until I was 24 years old. I moved out of there.
You're a little prickly.
Don't touch
that. Okay, so born and raised in Highland Park. So when did you leave?
So I moved out of my parents' house when I was 24. I got married.
Is it because you got pregnant? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got pregnant, dude, and then
pregnant, they kicked me out.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
No, your story is actually pretty obnoxiously like perfect.
Oh gosh,
because
no way.
In a way, well, yeah, as far as like traditional terms went, because of like your timing on everything, like you guys finished college and then you got married, then you got a house, then you tried
to travel,
and then you had babies. And so that's a really like perfect traditional timeline. So explain why.
How'd you do that?
Yeah. So I guess I'll start with like when I was 16, I met my husband, Javier, and so we were together, and then we broke up for like a year. And then after that, I was working at a clothing store that I was really unhappy with.
Forever 21?
No, it was... No.
Cotton On?
No, actually, I don't even know the name of it. It was like this little boutique shop in the Paseo. You guys know the Paseo in Pasadena?
Is it called Reference?
No.
Oh, because...
Actually, I don't even know. Reference? I don't know. It was like this really... Yeah, it was kind of like Forever 21.
Wet Seal?
What was the other one? West? 9 West? No.
Oh, no, that one was for older ladies.
No,
mine was like legit, like it was like a Forever 21, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was really unhappy. And then I got another job at Express. I want to say I was 18 years old. And it was in downtown LA. I was also really unhappy just because, like, I don't know about you guys, but like when you work retail, people just are not good people.
Yeah.
You know?
See the bad side to them.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I want to go to college. So I went to GCC, I enrolled, and I always knew I wanted to be a teacher. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to pursue this. Like, how hard can it be, you know? So I was like, okay, let me just go for it. So yeah, I went to GCC, and oh my goodness, I started from like the very bottom. Like, you know how you have to take that test for like math and English? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I started at the very like bottom. And so it took me a while to like, you know.
Do you remember how long it took you to be in a community college?
What do you mean?
Like from when you first started GCC till when you transferred. Like, do you remember how many years?
It took me like 3 years.
Okay, that's not even that bad.
Well,
like 10 years.
No, but wait, there's more. There's more.
Okay.
So then, yeah, it took me like 3 years, and then after that, I transferred to Cal State LA. When I was at Cal State LA, that's when I was like, oh my God, like teachers have to take all these state tests, you know? And I'm not a good test taker. I don't know about you guys, but I freaking suck at testing.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if it's not even about being nervous. It's just about like being overwhelmed with all this information, and it's like multiple choice test. So yeah, I just like I sucked. I bombed all of them like every single time that I took them. So I spent like
You have to take what? The CBEST?
the CBEST, the CSET, the RICA, the
Holy,
TPAs.
that's a lot of stuff.
In California, I mean, it's just all
ridiculous.
money, you know?
Yeah,
It's like they
true,
just want
true.
people to spend money.
Mhm.
And my
Let's
goodness.
talk about that really quick. Let's
Really?
talk about
Yeah.
how fucked up the education system is. It's more of like a business more than anything.
Yeah.
One of these things is when we were applying for the grad program, I was like pissed off because I was thinking about how we have to pay for our own transcripts
Oh yeah.
after we've already completed and paid
Yeah.
all this. Well, you got college for like free, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You did too.
I got
No?
financial.
Yeah, I got financial aid too.
Well, I didn't, but
I did until I got my master's.
But
That's when I
like
didn't.
regardless whether you got financial aid or not, like it's pretty annoying that it's like I did all these tests, I did all my fucking homework, I did the work, I woke up and did all this shit for school, and I still don't have access to my transcripts to like really
It's
just
ridiculous.
send them off to apply for a grad program. I have to ask you for permission for my grades that
Yeah.
I paid for.
More money. For
Yeah.
That's like just a small example of like the bullshit education system that we
Yeah.
have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, well, like as teachers, we have like curriculum that we teach, right? But there's like different programs or whatever. Like each district has like different programs that they have at their school. And then they change it up on us like every 1, 2, 3 years. And that's all because of money too.
Yeah.
So it's like once
Oh,
we
you have
start.
to take more classes?
No, it's like let's say for example like English language arts, right? You teach this like certain program. And then like the teachers get used to teaching this program that they're teaching to the kids, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, like next year we're going to switch it to like another curriculum or whatever." And so it's all
That's-
because of money,
Yeah,
you know?
That's crazy.
So, yeah. I mean, it's
So you guys have to relearn like what you're gonna teach and do it all
Exactly.
over again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once we get comfortable with the program, like they switch it up on
It's
us.
really hard on teachers. I'm surprised that you continue to pursue being a teacher because I feel like so
know,
many
dude.
people, like at one point, even I wanted to be a teacher because
Yeah.
I was like, I want to teach people the things that like I'm into and teach them like a way that they can understand, not like my teachers I had in high school who
Yeah.
sucked.
They were fucked up.
Yeah.
Like high school teachers?
Yeah, in high
Oh,
school.
yeah, I had
I mean,
some
there
shitty
was.
ones.
Even
too.
some professors, I'd say like there wasn't enough professors in college for me at least
Mhm.
that really like told me about all these resources that I had available. And there was just like not a lot of professors even taught me like how to ask for letters of recommendation and like how to get a mentor and things like that. That's like, you know, if you want to pursue college like further on from your bachelor's, these
You
are
have
things
to-
you need to know.
Yeah, and you have to learn all this shit on your own too.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel,
It's crazy.
I feel like that's how it is in California. Like you have to do everything on your own. Like no one's gonna show you the way. No one's gonna hold your hand because it's so competitive out here.
Yeah.
There's so many people. But yeah, like at one point I wanted to be a teacher too. I don't even know in what, but I just know I wanted to like be in that like
That role.
yeah, in that
Mhm.
world.
Mhm.
And then like someone told me like, you know, teachers like don't have it as good as you think, this
Oh,
and
yeah,
that.
it's
And I'm sure
super
you've
hard.
heard that too, right?
Yeah. It's hard. Like I said, I always wanted to be a teacher. So when I was young, I was like, oh, you know, like I can do like arts and crafts and shit like that. Hell no. Like it's anything but that. Like you teach everything, and then it's not just like reading, it's not just math, it's not just all of that. It's like you're teaching them life skills as well,
Yeah.
you know?
What grade do you teach?
3rd grade.
Oh wow, that's an
teach-
important grade.
Yeah.
It really is because
Wow.
I remember my 3rd grade teacher, and that was like the first class I felt like I was actually learning from,
Yeah.
and that I felt like my teacher even cared for me.
Yeah.
So that is an
They're-
important grade.
They're 8-year-olds
Yeah.
in 3rd grade, and yeah, it's really hard. And I don't know. So yeah, like I always wanted to be a teacher, you know, and when I was going to school, there was so many times where I just wanted to give up. Like I just would cry sometimes, where I would cry to like Javier and just say like I can't continue doing this. Like it's so hard, you know.
At GCC or
At Cal State LA.
okay, so getting your bachelor's.
My bachelor's, yeah.
Okay.
I was just so overwhelmed, like so many freaking tests. I couldn't pass anything. And so I had to find ways to just, to do it.
How'd you do it?
Dang, study my butt off for sure.
Did you like do extra credit? Did you get tutors? Like
I got tutors.
You got tutors? Okay.
Yeah, at one point I paid to get a tutor online.
Yeah.
To help me pass the test. I mean, the classes were fine. When I got to Cal State LA, I liked it because it wasn't in the teaching program, like they weren't multiple choice tests at that point. Because you know how you have to take like a final, midterm, and all that, and they're all like multiple choice most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, it was mostly like papers or big projects.
Okay.
So that was good. That's where like I thrived. And I was like, oh, I could do this,
Yeah.
So what got me were those state tests, and that's where I was just like, dang, I have to like pay out of pocket to get a tutor on the side. And
you don't have to answer this, but did you ever cheat?
You can't cheat, dude. You know what?
Hell
yeah, I did. But
just because, like when I was doing my undergrad too, I was like, fuck, how the fuck can I cheat? And there was like Quizlet and shit. That was like a way you can just finish your homework faster. Did you ever cheat?
No. I just struggled.
I know. No, but with the state test, like you have to go to like this, like a specific place. Like
yeah.
in
And you can't have like your phone or anything.
You can have like a hair tie. You can't, they check like your ID. They scan your fingerprint. Like it's crazy.
Shit.
It's crazy. So you can't cheat,
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I was like Googling.
You're like,
how
yeah,
can you
I thought
cheat?
about it.
And then it's like, dude, just you have to take the test. Like, shut up.
Wow.
But yeah.
Okay. And then so what was your experience like just like coming from Highland Park? It's known, and obviously you've heard this because you're a number one listener.
I think I am. I'm fangirling right now. I'm getting interviewed
finally here.
I'm finally here. But it's a dream. Can we take a pic?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, I wish I had like a Polaroid. I mean, I do have a Polaroid, but I don't have film. That we should just like start taking pictures with our guests.
I have a Polaroid with film.
Well, you should have brought it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Yeah. Because I've been here since like day one, man.
Well, you were a part of our Instagram lives, so and that was like the plotting of like potentially a podcast.
Is that when you guys like thought like, oh, we should do a podcast?
It's funny because Jasmin probably has dementia or something, or she's like slowly getting it, but she was actually the person that was like, we should have a podcast.
Yeah. During those lives?
Huh?
During the lives?
When did I say that?
It was before the lives, and then I was like, I'm down to do the podcast with you, but you have to do the work. Yeah. And it's just funny how like the roles completely reversed because like we're still like both down for the podcast, but I'm doing the work.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She comes up with like the ideas and the topics, and I just show up. Sometimes I come up.
You do come up with the topics,
yeah. But it's mostly like your project, and I'm just joining in.
Yeah.
I think like we're getting better at it too. So.
Yeah. And I remember like you told me
like,
about
it
this
sounds
like
shit still.
You told me about this like a year ago. Like exactly a year ago in like May. And I remember that because I had just found out that I was pregnant.
Oh shit.
And I was like, and you were like, dude, do you want to be on my podcast? Like, I'm gonna start it and and I was like, I want to be on her podcast, but I'm pregnant.
Do you want to be on my
all emotional at that time?
That's so funny. She's like, do you want to be in my podcast that doesn't exist yet, but you're in the lineup?
Well, here's the thing is that once I start like saying things out loud, I have to make shit happen.
Oh my God, that's like me.
Because it's like, I'm not just going to fall flat and just talk shit. Like I need to follow through. So I needed to start planning and navigating how this was going to work in order for it to like, for me to actually like make it happen.
Yeah.
So were you going to do it by yourself or?
Actually, Jesse was like down to like co-host with me, but I kind of wasn't like, I don't know, too set on that. But I did want to do like a lot of like interviews with other people. And I know that people do actually like to be interviewed. They just want to be asked.
Yeah.
So
people want to talk. They want to say their story.
And for some reason, like you're like a talkative person, even though maybe you don't think you are, but you You transition well in conversation.
Yeah. You guys are good.
I thought we started the podcast because we always have these like crazy conversations and we get really deep. And
Well,
Mm.
I would say that's like possibly another reason. It's just like a factor into like why it is now a thing. But yeah, there's like multiple reasons why this is happening.
like
Yeah.
we were at a wedding one time and we're just sitting there like having conversation about like
I heard
don't
this
know.
on your podcast.
Yeah. I think that's
Don't repeat
yeah,
stories.
she's like, I'm telling you,
I'm
I'm your
here for a
number
good
one
time.
I'm
fan.
like, come on, guys.
I know this one
I'm a
already.
fan here.
Like that's season 1.
Come up with something new.
It's episode 2.
Yeah, so that's really interesting though, like that you wanted to be a teacher and you were like from Highland Park, and has anyone from your family like been to college already? And
When I first started going to college, I want to say I was the first. My oldest sister also went to college. She graduated from USC. But I want to say she started after I went, like maybe like a year or two after I started.
She copied you.
She
I'm just
copied me
kidding.
basically. I'm just kidding.
Okay, and I guess I keep going back to this question, but
Yeah.
like we keep getting cut off too. What was your experience like in Highland Park?
What was my experience like? I mean, growing up, it was cool. Like, I feel like everybody knew each other. Like,
Mhm.
we were like in a small town, but not in a small town. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, especially because I went to my elementary school was there, my middle school, my high school. Like, I knew a lot of people because of that. And then on our street, like, it was all family. You lived across the street
Yeah.
from me, and then Lupita lived right next to you.
Yeah.
And then like everybody on that street had lived there for literally years.
Yeah.
So my parents have lived there since like I want to say like 83 or something, like 85.
Yeah.
It's like 40 years.
wow.
And then your parents too. And before that it was her grandma.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. It was cool, like, you know, I don't know. It's different now obviously, but
Yeah. How do you feel about like the businesses that are there and everything?
so when it first started, I want to say it was like on York, right? It started on York, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Like they have like a pizza place.
Yeah.
And then it started off like slow, you know?
Yeah.
And then it was like, "Oh, they opened up the Highland Cafe." I don't
Mhm.
know if that was hipsters, but I want to say they were one of the first.
Yeah,
And-
more just like newer businesses.
Yeah. And I was like, "Okay, this is cool, but they better not come to Fig." And then like a couple years after that,
Yeah,
they
everything-
freaking
yeah,
went to
everything
Fig.
did start on York,
Yeah.
and then it was
Yeah.
just like Fig.
And now it's just out of
blown
control.
up.
It's just like, okay, this is not Highland Park anymore. Not the
Yeah.
Highland Park that we grew up in.
Yeah.
For
What year
sure.
was it when like all of that started happening?
What year do you remember?
I want to say it was like 2000, maybe 2012,
Mm-hmm.
2011. Because it was like right before I got married, and I got married 2013. So it was like,
You were still living there when all the changes happened?
yeah,
Okay.
but it was on York.
Mm-hmm. I just know
Yeah.
when we were like after high school, when I would be at your house a lot, there was a Starbucks on York, but there wasn't like all those like cafes and bars on Fig
Yeah.
yet. It was still pretty like all the original businesses and
Yeah.
stuff. And then like it just blew up within like a couple years.
Oh, yeah. And it's crazy because, like, growing up in Highland Park, you knew what places to eat at. Like, you know what was good,
Mm.
what was not good.
And nothing was like crowded.
No, there was no traffic.
Wow.
The 110 was like no traffic.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
crazy.
there was no traffic. Now it's like, dude, you go during rush hour, it's nuts on the 110. It's
Yeah.
nuts on Fig, it's nuts on York.
Not only that, but now there's just like no parking in
Oh,
Highland
yeah.
Park, like whatsoever, and you have to. There used to be so much parking, like you wouldn't even have to pay for it, and now
Mhm.
you have to pay for
Yeah.
parking, basically.
Yeah, I go
you
get
wanna
my
be on
eyebrows
Fig.
done like 2 businesses over from the Highland Theater.
Oh,
Shout out Fiona's.
I was gonna say I have the punch card.
Oh shit, me too. The step card.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't been there in a minute though, but I still
Yeah.
have it
Just in
in
case.
case I go back home.
Dude, that's the spot to get your eyebrows
Yeah.
done.
They're quick too.
Specifically with oh my gosh, I'm blanking out. With Shoba. She's been doing my eyebrows for like 13 years.
Shout out to Shelba
Yeah, shout out to
if you're
Shoba.
Do you
listening.
go to Highland Park a lot?
I do because my parents still live there.
Mhm.
And then plus I get my eyebrows done every like 3 weeks.
Oh wow. So you go
So,
pretty often.
yeah,
More than Alexis.
yeah, my in-laws live there too. So,
What are you talking about? I go like every 2 weeks too
You go every 2 weeks?
to see my parents. Yeah.
I didn't know you went that often.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go to like the shops and stuff,
Yeah.
but I go
Yeah.
see my parents. Yeah.
yeah. So,
She's trying to blast me right here.
Dude, I really thought
More
you,
than
like,
Alexis, she doesn't
never-
go.
I thought you like hated
She's
Highland
like-
Park. You're like, I'm not going.
There's
back
some
there.
weird feeling that I have about Highland Park. I love it because it's my hometown, but
Mhm.
it's also, it irks me sometimes to see like a
it's
lot
annoying.
of what it is now.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's kind of like a conflicted feeling that I have at least, because it is a special place in my heart, but
Yeah.
it's also very like not what it, I don't know,
What it used
should
to be.
or what it could be.
Like it doesn't exist anymore. The idea that you've had of Highland Park, it's not there.
It's too fucking hipster, bro. Like,
It's just, it feels very like it feels like so many transplants from all over the country just came to Highland Park and they created their own community
mhm.
and neglected all the original people that were there. That's what it feels
Exactly.
like to me.
Yeah.
And so I do get irked and like frustrated, or like when I see all these like businesses opening and closing and they have like these obnoxious names and like
Yeah.
storefronts, and it's like, really, how many yoga studios do we need?
Oh my god, the fucking frame store.
How many?
Like, really?
Yeah,
A
like how
frame
much?
store? Who's
how
gonna
much
shop
shit
at your
do we
fucking
need
frame
that's
store?
I
like?
have a frame store, man.
And not only that, there's just like when I was doing events, like I went to a couple of those businesses
Mhm.
and I was like, hey, can I hang my flyer here for a community event? And some of them were just like, no, we don't allow
Haters?
that.
Ew.
And I'm like,
that's so
this is why you're the problem,
annoying.
because you're not trying to join in.
And were
this
they
community.
rude too? Like
You
when
just
you were,
came in.
they were rude about it too.
Yeah, some people were rude about it, and some
no.
people were like cool with it. So
Who wasn't cool with it?
I know, tell us.
Are they still? Is it Civil Coffee?
it's that place Kitchen Mouse.
Oh hell no.
Damn, I've ate there. I'm sorry, guys.
That pizza place.
Town?
No, not Town. That's on York. The pizza place on Fig.
Oh, Beam Pizza?
Beam.
Ugh,
Triple
yeah.
Beam.
You like know all the businesses?
Yeah, and also because the school that I work at, a lot of my students and a lot of the students at the school, there's a lot of hipsters there too, like hipster parents that take their kids there. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, you
How
better
would
be
you
nice to
describe
me.
a hipster?
So
Kinda
like,
like you guys.
like, I'm just kidding.
You
No.
for sure.
Well, okay, like, are you talking about like looks, like the way that they dress, or the way that they act?
Like, what
or...
is a hipster? Let's refresh what a hipster
Do
is.
people still say hipsters?
I think older
Yes.
people still say hipsters.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
not old.
You're all
Excuse me.
They're
okay. Let me stop you there.
I haven't heard hipster.
You're like, I may have
Really?
a turtleneck,
oh
but
my gosh, I thought everybody says hipster.
Remember
Okay,
Ratchet?
gentrifier. Should I say that?
that's the appropriate name. No, I still hear people say hipster. I feel like sometimes you live under a rock, though. Like,
I do.
yeah, you're like, nobody says anything. Like, okay,
I'm like watching
Dang.
the popular TikToks from like 2 years
you're
ago.
like she's like with Gen Z and shit. Like,
What is a Gen Z?
It's like the kids that were born in like super late 90s to like
99,
2012
2000.
Oh, okay.
to
They're
2012.
like in their early 20s now. I
The
think.
Y2K kids.
And they're like all into TikTok and stuff.
They're
Oh,
obsessed
dang.
with TikTok.
So they would be like what, 23 right now?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
around that age.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're like, the only way to describe Gen Z is TikTok.
TikTok
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. So let's see. I have some questions for you. Did you go over any of them?
I did. I have some notes.
prepared.
I'm prepared, dude.
Every time I make questions for people, they're like, oh, I didn't go over them. I'm like, why
Yes.
the fuck
I
did I do
didn't
that?
read them.
Why did I spend time?
Which one did I really? Can I tell you which one I really like?
Yeah.
Oh, what are your favorite shows? Can we talk about that?
What are your favorite shows?
Okay, so my favorite shows are for sure number one, Outlander. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen that one.
Never
No.
seen it.
Oh my gosh,
Is
you
it
guys.
sci-fi?
It's not sci-fi. It's like it's time traveling.
Isn't that
And
sci-fi?
Is it?
I feel like time travel
but it's
is
not because
okay.
it's kind of like old times,
Like
like
Western?
1700s,
Mm.
Irish, like Ireland, Scottish times, and then they come over here to the US when it's like barely starting off.
Interesting. It's very specific time
Yeah.
period. Okay.
Yeah. And then it takes place like in the 70s too. It's on Netflix and then
Stars.
it transitions to Stars.
Okay. So
But-
there's like some seasons.
Yeah, you
We
guys
could
need to
start
see it.
off on Netflix. I never even heard
For
of
sure.
it. Have you?
It's a popular show.
Okay.
Like, it's a popular
It
show.
sounds cool. I'm down.
The Mindy Project. Have you guys seen
Oh
the
my
Mindy
God,
Project?
I have not.
I've heard of that
I've
one
heard of it,
though.
though.
The
Dude.
girl from The Office.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Dude, she's hilarious. Handmaid's Tale. I know you were talking about that show.
I don't watch it. Wasn't it you?
I was watching it. Yeah. I had
but
to
it's
stop.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. It makes me really angry.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
It makes me angry and
Yeah.
it gives me like anxiety on some of the
Mhm.
episodes, but it's so good.
It is. Like you can just every episode I'm like I have to watch another one because
Yeah.
at the end I'm like what? I need to know what happens and I hate that shit.
Did you see it all the way? Like, are you?
I almost finished season 1. So
No, it gets better though.
Do you have any favorite characters from your shows? It doesn't have to be from those shows that you named, but
I like June Osborne, which is the main character from Handmaid's Tale. Just because like she shows like persistence. She doesn't give up. She lives in a very hard time like world, I guess I want to say. In Handmaid's Tale. It's really freaking
you know what it's about, right?
we've already talked about this.
So have you seen it or no?
No,
Oh.
I haven't. But we did talk about it in one of our episodes. and
Yeah,
you were explaining more
she's
about
one of
it.
my faves.
But yeah, I have an idea.
But then, like, towards, like, the most recent episodes, she's kind of annoying already. So it's just like,
I can't stand when characters are annoying.
yeah. So it's kind of just getting annoying.
Who's the most
now.
annoying character that you can think of? I feel like I mean, I'm just thinking of this because this is like a repeat from another episode, but Carrie Bradshaw, pretty annoying.
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't seen the most recent seasons.
Sex in the City.
She
Yeah.
makes terrible decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sex in the
she's-
City is good,
And
but
she's
now...
just
And
kidding.
she's a
Oh,
hoe.
show.
I'm not slut shaming.
I was
but
gonna say Unsolved Mysteries, too. I don't know if you guys watch that shit, but...
You're like a typical
Mom.
mom.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
you guys need to fucking
You're like,
see
have
that
you heard
shit.
the murder podcast?
No, the UFO shit.
The UFO
I'm really
ones?
into the UFO stuff right now.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that.
UFOs here.
Where you live, yeah. They filmed E.T. in.
You're
They
like, you
did.
Yeah, see,
they
she
did.
knows. She knows.
Yep.
They filmed it here for a reason.
Yeah, they filmed ET here. But damn, I would love to see some UFO shit.
You gotta go to Arizona.
Where I work,
know.
the residents are like, kind of, crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and they.
Out of it.
Well, that's why no, they're not. They're not out of it, but they're, they have.
Are they older?
They're all ages, but
Oh,
I work at a mental health facility.
Oh, okay.
So they have like, bipolar, schizophrenia, things like that. But they're like normal ass people.
Okay.
But a lot
I
of
think you were
them.
talking about like elders and shit.
No,
Like
they're not.
dementia.
They're not that old. No, I have dementia.
First of all, let me.
So
just,
she
like,
thought, I
go
need to
back
be in
that
the
'cause
facility?
It's a joke, but I don't want you to start to like internalize it, and then you have dementia. Because if you get it, I'm gonna be really sad.
I don't have dementia.
I'm gonna be like, God, I manifested that, and she believed it.
You're all taking
and-
care of her.
Remember
Like,
me?
How are you?
It's like the Notebook.
How sad.
Damn, what was I saying? No, I'm just kidding. I remember. I have selective memory, bro. Okay.
I have
don't
that
know.
too.
I don't know about
Yeah.
No, I do have a problem.
that. I know.
No, but like some of the residents will tell me like they've seen UFOs and they'll
Mhm.
tell me like what they look like, or some of their like parents have seen them and they've seen aliens, and like they're totally completely serious.
Oh,
And some
shit.
of them are veterans, and they're
Mhm.
like, the government there's so much shit they're not telling us that they know about because they were in like top secret military stuff.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they're telling me like, they're like, no, there really are aliens and the government knows it. this and that. They created COVID, like
Did
all
they
this shit.
did they see it at the facility or wherever they lived before?
Like before they've gotten there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they just believe in like all that paranormal
Yeah.
shit.
You guys need to see that episode that I'm talking about on Unsolved Mysteries.
I'll watch it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
And then it's like on the news right now too
Oh,
about
what?
yeah, like
What's on the
this
news?
huh?
What's on the news?
That there was a UFO sighting in
Oh,
Vegas
shit.
recently. Like
They're
I wanna
all
say,
in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Like all in like the desert. I also heard.
in the
Did you
desert.
see Nope?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Okay,
movie.
well-
I can't stand how that alien looked. It pissed me off.
Don't
It's like
spoil
the
it.
cheapest-
Well, okay, everyone knows this though. It's about aliens
Mhm.
and they hide in the clouds. The UFOs ships, they're hiding in the clouds, and
Mhm.
people say like that's really how they hide
Hmm.
in clouds. So like with the weather recently, like it's been super cloudy. I'm like, wow, there's
Yeah.
must be a lot of UFOs out.
Hey, you never know, dude. It sounds
be.
like
It's
these
a lot of
whatever they are.
Weird.
Just kidding.
I want to watch the episode you're talking about. Though.
It's so good. Like it's people. It's not even just one caller that called into 911 and said like there was they see something. It was multiple, like a ton of people that called in saying, "Hey, there's something in the sky. You guys need to check it out."
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the most recent one that's on the news, a UFO literally fell into somebody's backyard in Vegas.
Oh shit.
And they said that they called into.
What did they say?
There's something in my yard.
They called 911 and like, dude, I'm
911.
all excited. Hello,
We're all
share-
excited. You're
No,
all
I'm excited to share this.
Imagine that dispatcher though, like that got that call.
I know they're like, dude, you guys are on something.
Did you guys ever watch the X-Files?
No,
I was scared when I was little of the song. So I
Me
never-
too. It was a creepy
It's
song.
never
like
seen
I still watched it though, but I can't
Is it
remember it
good?
because I think I was scared. But yeah, it was, and I saw the X-Files movie, which was
Mhm.
also very good.
Mhm.
There is. I want
You
to say there
watched-
might be
you-
more than one.
You
Yeah,
ended up
Really?
watching the show.
my dad used
and
to
it was
like that
about
show.
aliens.
Yeah,
Oh shit,
yeah. You guys should
check it out.
check it out.
I'm down.
I'm down
I
to.
might be a little too. I'm scared of like real life shit. Like I don't watch murder mystery shows or anything like that. My mom is always watching them, but I love horror.
Oh, that's what you guys are saying. It's
whores.
I love horrors. Horror and horror. No, just kidding. I love horror
horror
movies.
movies.
I like fake scary shit,
Yeah.
but when
Yeah.
it's real, like I'll walk
It
into
freaks
the
you
living
out.
room and my mom's like, and he chopped her body up and they found the pieces, and I'm like, how are you watching this? This is like real shit.
going to sleep on
Yeah.
That's me, dude. Like with the Hillside Strangler too. I was like so
Bro.
into that shit. I'm like googling it too because the show doesn't like give me enough info.
Did you watch the Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix?
Oh no, I didn't see
series?
that.
You
How
have
is
to
that?
watch it.
I know.
It's
crazy?
really good.
Seems
Evan
like right up
Peters.
your alley.
Yeah, the actor's super good. It's set in the 80s, has good music, but it
Mhm.
kind of sympathizes with Dahmer.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't watch it.
Oh, we were talking about that.
Yeah, we did.
So-
I thought it was really good, but
these
Yeah.
are rerun conversations.
we just keep
Yeah.
going back.
To help your dementia.
But that so I don't get dementia.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, moms do really like those things though. Like,
Yeah,
what
that is a
happens when
common
you
thing.
become a mom? Like, what changed for you?
What do you
Is there,
mean?
like- okay, so there's like a theory that women are attracted to these murder mysteries in podcasts and shows and movies
Mhm.
because they want to know how a guy can kill them.
Oh my gosh.
And so they like subconsciously want to be aware of like what could happen to them.
That makes sense.
So
No.
they're like intrigued by
Really?
it. Why do you think you enjoy these?
I've always enjoyed them though. Like ever since I was a little girl, dude, I would like fake like that I was sick and then I would just stay home. I would just stay home and like on channel, I think it was like 20 like back in the day.
You're like after
Unsolved
Jerry Seinfeld.
Mysteries would
Jerry
go on.
Springer.
Jerry Springer, dude, I would watch that too, and Maury.
And Ricky Lake.
Ricky, like, nah, that's too old for me. Sally, maybe.
I like Ricky Lake.
Maury, Sally, anybody?
Anybody?
Anyone out there?
Or Judge Judy or Judge Joe Brown.
Oh God,
You guys
she
ever
annoyed
watch
me.
that?
Judge Judy's still going on.
She annoyed the crap out of me,
Beast.
though.
My mom watches that
Judge Judy?
Oh, my dad used to love that show Cheaters. Did you guys ever watch
Oh,
that?
Cheater.
I would stay up late
So
with him because we were
dramatic.
both insomniacs and we'd just be watching Cheaters together. And then they have like the camera and they're like
It's all, like,
running
dramatic.
to-
Oh my god, that shit's hilarious.
That was a good show. I think that guy got stabbed.
the
host.
cameraman?
The host.
Oh my
the one with the
gosh.
glasses. He's not dead. He just got
It's okay.
He's a gangster.
Jerry Springer died.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like a month ago.
That's sad, dude.
He wasn't even that old.
No.
Eh.
I want to say he was like 70.
It was just it's time to go.
I mean, you can say
Um,
someone lived like a pretty decent life when they die at 70. I think
Yeah,
I want to
People
die at
No,
show
like,
but
his
that's-
name on a TV show.
I
I-
think I want to die at 70.
No way. That's way too young. I want to die at like 95.
I just feel like my bones are going to give out early, so I just rather not deal with it.
I feel like I'm gonna get arthritis.
Arthritis and arthritis.
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 I feel like I'm gonna get that, not dementia.
Dang. Hopefully I don't get none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
Um,
what were you talking about?
I don't know. We're kind of just going
We're talking
wild
about murder
here.
mysteries and like you becoming a mom.
Oh yeah, what were you guys asking about that?
Oh, like when
What
you
was your
became a
question?
mom, were you like, oh my gosh, like I'm a mother now, like everything's different? Were you like freaking out, or were you like just
Mm,
whatever? Like
No, I just went with it. I
Okay.
just went with the flow.
you wanted to have kids?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
because
helps.
We had been married for like I want to say 5 years.
It's a long time.
And we just felt like we got to a point where like, okay, we need something else, you know?
Mm.
And so I was already 28 at that time.
That's a good time to start.
Yeah.
having kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we've already
Back
like
to her timeline of perfect
Yeah.
timeline.
traveled. I mean, I wanted to go to like other places and stuff, but we were saving for a house.
Mm.
So that kind of like we're like, no, we're not gonna travel right now. We just rather buy a house, you know?
Where did
We
you
can-
travel to?
Really, the furthest part was like New York.
That's
And-
New
cool.
York.
That's on the other side of the
Yeah.
country.
Went to New York and then we went to Cancun. We went to Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara. We went to Mexico City,
It's different parts of Mexico.
Colorado. Yeah. And then we went to Laughlin a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
You
fun.
guys
Good
liked
times.
Laughlin.
Oh yeah, we still love
Laughlin was
it.
the best.
Laughlin's the best place to go to.
Okay.
We
So
gotta go.
Yeah, it's fun.
Laughlin's a lot more chill than Vegas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, if you like to just chill and be on an inner tube and
yeah. Chill by the river,
La-
like it's so much fun.
yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Where do you want to travel to?
For sure Ireland. I've always said I want to go to Ireland.
Why is that?
I don't know. There's just something about
Irish people?
Irish
They're similar to
people.
They seem
Mexicans.
fun. They love
Yeah, they
drinking,
just yes.
friendly.
They
Yeah.
love to drink. They're really nice people.
If you think about
It's
it,
really
Irish
green.
people are like
The white Mexicans. Is that what you're
I've
doing?
never
I was
really
gonna
thought
say
about it that way.
Yeah,
I
they
think it's
are.
beautiful out there. too.
Yeah, like
They are. 'Cause
there's a
they're
bunch
like
of
kind
waterfalls.
of the lower of like the.
They have really cool accents too. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind just hearing them talk like all the time. Them
Yeah.
and Australians.
Yeah.
I don't like British accents. You get-
Sometimes you can't understand them.
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't like them.
I just don't like anything about it.
Where would you guys like to travel to?
I want to go to Thailand. I'm planning to make that
Yeah,
happen. Hopefully
Thailand's
next
nice.
year. What about you?
I just want to go to Italy. Pretty basic.
Ooh, Italy's pretty cool though.
Dude,
Right.
that's
There's a
not
lot of good
basic.
food.
It's not. Not everyone
No.
wanted to go, especially
yeah.
after White Lotus.
I want to go to Italy,
White
but
Lotus. Oh,
Did you
I
watch
only-
White Lotus
I
season
only
2?
saw like one episode or
Oof.
two and it was tripping me out, so I
Season
stopped
2 is
watching it.
Really good.
Really?
it's the song that trips you out a little more, especially in the
No,
first
just the
season. It was a little too much. I don't know
the
if you guys
characters
noticed
were
that.
a little odd.
Well, it's supposed to be a little weird, but you kind of just like get intrigued by all the
Really?
characters,
The
what they
second
do.
season's better.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
So I need to keep watching it.
Yeah, you do.
Don't
Just
even watch
hold
the-
down.
Don't even watch the first season because it
Yeah.
has different characters in the second season. It's a
Mm.
different story.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
could just skip season 1.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I don't think you should. I like season 1.
Really?
Yeah, the music was just a little too much, but I like season 1.
But season 2 is better. Right.
I liked both of them equally.
Hmm.
I think you just like season 2 because of the girls, but
The Italian girls. No, but it was good. And there was also that lesbian chick. I was like, yeah, ally.
Does it?
oh yeah, she was a lesbian. It's
Who?
funny because
Oh,
all the
we don't wanna
managers,
give it
all the
away.
managers in the White Lotus are like gay or something.
Really?
And another one too.
In the first season, he was
I didn't watch the
gay.
first season.
Oh shit.
So it doesn't.
Now I know. Just-
He's gay, she's gay, just saying.
oh, that's stupid. They did it twice.
Let's give a shout out to Pride Month.
Oh yeah,
It's
Pride Month.
Pride Month. I'm here and I'm queer.
You were supposed to say that in the beginning. We
I
forgot.
was. Just cut it out and put it in the beginning.
Happy Pride Month, guys.
Yeah.
Ally. Are you an ally?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not an ally. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
Fucking hater.
homophobic.
I hate you.
I hate your gay ass.
Calm down, fucking Kid Rock.
I know. Imagine I'm all like in the Capitol right now.
What is it from? There's some movie where the guy's like, "I love my gay son."
I don't know.
I don't know what movie that is. Maybe I made it up.
You just made it
Loud
up
and
right
proud,
now.
brother. Loud and proud.
Loud and proud.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
what's something weird you do or you have?
I like to fucking like dance funny. Like
You dance funny.
I just do some random fucking moves, and Javier always looks at me like, "What the hell's wrong with you, weirdo?"
Okay.
It's like, are you okay?
What's something weird you do or have? When
I'm
I
not-
say have, do you
Yeah.
want me to explain that?
Yes.
Okay, so like let's say
Oh,
okay,
like weird that I own.
that's like on your body or that yeah, you
Hmm.
do own like something you kind of just like it's weird about you.
We can't be sex toys. I'm just kidding.
That's
It's not weird.
Yeah, your
Every-
dildos.
Let's normalize that, guys.
Everyone has them, okay? I don't know, dude. Remember we've had this conversation. Like, I'm not weird. I'm normal.
I think you're just hiding it though, but
That's
okay.
weird.
So like I have a smelly belly button.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't help it.
Like all the time.
No, but when it is smelly, I'm like, why is it so smelly?
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
It's just like that's a family thing.
Friends in the family.
No, I like to like scratch my ear
You guys are
and
fucking
then
whack.
like look at the.
What else? What's weird about you?
Okay, when this is, I already said this in another episode, but when I clip my
Okay.
toenails, like I smell them.
Oh, that smells bad.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
I know
Yeah.
it smells bad.
I
I
like to-
also like sometimes if I'm like popping a whitehead or something, I smell it too.
Oh, okay. I know something weird about me.
What?
This is fucking gross, though.
Tell me, because I'm saying all the weird
I'm
shit.
so scared right now.
I like to get like my tweezers and then like take out my whiteheads.
Oh yeah,
And it's so satisfying.
like Dr.
just
Pimple Popper.
taking them out, like they're just coming out, and I'm just like, ew, that's fucking
You can
gross.
take those shits out with
You
your
can-
tweezers?
yeah.
I also have a
Yes.
blackhead on my back. It's a small one, and it needs to be like taken out every like year or so.
It's that time of the year.
So I'm gonna take out. Yeah, I've had multiple family
Oh
members
my
take it out, including my boyfriend.
Come on, Jasmine, you have some weird shit.
I
to
know,
tell us
she's, like,
about.
holding
She's
back,
I
right?
just, like, before I get in the shower, I'll like stand there naked and just like look at my body and flex and like look at my muscles.
That is a little weird.
But other people do that, right?
I think so.
But
Narcissist.
I'll do it for like a while. Like I'll be like,
Like
She's
30
I love my
minutes.
bod.
yeah. I'll be like looking at like my back, and like I'll even do poses if like I'm doing a workout, so I can
Mhm.
see how it looks. Like
You're
my
like
butt.
the people that tan and are on stage.
The-
What do you call
I'm
those
doing,
people?
Like all those crazy poses.
Yeah.
Like, I pretend I'm on stage. yeah.
She's like, and then
And then I do this ritual. Just kidding.
she's like, you unraveled me.
I don't know if it's that weird, but
That is kind of weird. I don't
Yeah.
do that.
I don't either.
good to know.
Okay. Well, would you
that
consider
shit out.
yourself a millennial?
That's my favorite question.
Dang. I don't know.
Well, it's because I asked people
think
that were
so.
born in like the 80s that because a lot of them don't feel it, but then some people do. So it's like,
I think so, yeah. I would
Mhm.
consider myself a millennial.
I mean, she is, right?
Yeah, I was born in the late
the
80s.
the people that were born in the late 80s are technically millennials, but a lot of them are like upset about it. I don't know.
What's
Mm.
before millennial?
That's Gen
80s baby?
X.
Gen X? Okay.
Gen X?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
like my
Gen-
parents.
Oh,
And then before that is the baby boomers.
Boomers.
Okay.
They're
really? I
And
thought
that's
boomers.
they
the
were the
one that everyone's like
60s.
hating on right now.
Yeah, nobody likes boomers like at all.
They're old.
Not even boomers like
I'm just
boomers. What music have you been listening to lately?
Oh, that's a good question. I like the one from last
Can you believe
week.
we're already 47 minutes in?
Bad
Yeah.
Bunny.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so I'm going to a Blink-182 concert next week,
Oh, cool.
and I've been really like into Blink-182. And it's just like taking me back to like high school. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like all these memories and stuff because I was really into Blink-182 back in the day.
Is
Yeah.
there a Dodger Stadium?
No, it's at the bank of I don't know, whatever it is, next to
Dude.
the Coliseum.
I think Turnstile's gonna be there too, right?
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Bro,
be there.
I'm jealous
That's like your
right now.
forever thing. I think Turnstile is gonna be
Mhm.
there.
Like-
I've never heard of them, but yes, they're gonna be there.
Dude, you like Turnstile?
Yeah.
They're really good.
What kind of is it like Blink-182 type of stuff, or
It's really
No.
not.
No?
So I don't even know why they're gonna be there.
maybe they're
more like
friends?
screaming.
Is it? Are you
Oh.
going to like a festival or is it a
No, it's
concert?
just Blink-182.
Oh, okay, so they're opening
And
for.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to go to that, but I think the tickets were kind of a lot.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh, it's
It was like
ridiculous.
a couple hundred, huh?
So,
Yes, really.
would you say that you were more of a rocker?
I was a rocker fool.
Yeah.
And yes, people would ask me that shit.
Are you a
like,
rocker
Are
or
you
something?
a rocker?
Why would
Are
they
you a
ask me that?
skater? What are you?
Yeah.
What are you?
It'd always be like the foods that would be
The
asking
food.
you like, "Are you a rocker?"
Are you a rocker? Oh, that show is annoying, but I
I'm
guess
like,
because like
no, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Did you wear like all black and you like straighten your hair?
I
Like,
had yes,
eyeliner?
yes.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Yes,
you
all
have
that.
black. You have black hair.
I had super black hair,
Yeah.
straight
That's all it takes,
bangs,
It's just black hair. You're a
eyeliner.
rocker.
You're not,
Um,
fool.
I would wear band t-shirts, and I had like the stud belt.
Oh, you were like super hot topic.
Yeah, and then I had like my skateboard, even
What
though I
the
would
hell?
just like fucking hold it and shit.
You don't skate?
No,
Oh.
I would just ride it just
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
But
I
like,
mean, at least you could ride it.
yeah,
That's cool.
A lot
That's
of girls are
scary.
starting to
I
skate
know
now.
to skate
Oh, really?
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
What's your favorite band?
in high school or now.
Both.
So in high school, I guess it was Blink-182, and then now, damn, I don't even know.
That's kind of a hard question.
Yeah, because
Bad
I like
Bunny?
all types. No, I like all types of music. Like, okay, I like Taylor Swift, guys. Okay?
Oh shit!
I love
Get
fucking
out.
Taylor Swift, and I just got into her. Like, I'm one of those like late people. You know?
Swifty.
Yeah, I love Taylor Swift right now, but then I also love
I
The
heard she's
Weeknd.
really good.
Dude, her last album is like,
Yeah.
damn, she's amazing.
That's crazy. I didn't
That's
know you were a
crazy, right?
Swifty. Yeah.
I know.
You're
I
a
just got into
Swifter.
her.
How do you feel about cancel culture?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I'm not sure. Like, okay, because you know how like Dave Chappelle was canceled
Mhm.
for a bit, and I love Dave Chappelle.
I feel like Dave Chappelle has been canceled for like multiple times.
yeah,
That's like his thing.
Yeah, he's like
but he
constantly
doesn't give
canceled.
a fuck, you know.
Yeah,
like
he doesn't.
he just doesn't. Like he keeps joking about the same shit. But
So you think it's good that he was canceled? You don't, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. I mean,
He's being
it's
a little
kinda-
weird now.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying at times, you know. It's just like, okay, dude, like
Like,
just
stop
shut up about
talking
it.
about
Yeah,
them.
just like stop and
Get
just like
over
joke
it.
about like other things already. You know?
Yeah, like be funny. Stop being
Yeah.
so serious.
And then Dr. Seuss, I don't know if you guys know about that, but he was also canceled.
He's
What?
Nazi, right?
Yeah, like he was like anti-Jews and stuff like
Yeah.
Oh my.
that.
Dr. Seuss.
That's crazy.
Dr. Seuss was
yeah.
canceled.
He
Isn't
was
like,
canceled.
dead, though?
Yeah,
Like-
he's yeah.
Wait, so did they take his books out of like school?
There's some
did,
schools
yeah.
that took them out. There's like
What?
libraries and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
A lot of parents are against it. And then like
He has
as
great books.
Yeah,
as
I
a
was gonna
teacher,
say, like,
it's
he's
like,
really
dude,
talented.
there's like really good books, you know?
He
I mean,
teaches a lot of good
But it's
things.
kind of like, do you
Yeah.
like Kanye as a person?
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
No, but yes, you like his music.
dude, I
Yeah.
was like such a huge fan of Kanye West, you know, like
Mhm.
before all this stuff happened, before he had like his bipolar episode and all that too. I went to his concert, and then that's
That's
when
really
like
cool.
yeah, and then that's when he just
Like
started,
right after that. You
yeah,
saw him
right
before?
after
He just
that.
like didn't stop. He
And
was just
he
like
just
spiraling.
has like still like he
Yeah.
still hasn't stopped, and I'm just like, dude,
Well,
like you're
he did
annoying.
actually apologize to the Jewish community because I
Yeah,
think
but it's
they
like,
took all
Have
his
you
money.
seen the Netflix documentary about him?
yes, it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I've sympathized for him because he's bipolar, and I
Yeah.
don't know if he takes his meds. He obviously wasn't
No, I
during
don't
that
think
time.
he does.
He has a lot of trauma, obviously, that he hasn't dealt
Mhm.
with, and
Yeah.
he has a lot of power as well.
Yeah.
So when
He
mix those,
it is a good documentary to like kind of just like understand or like maybe see where he's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like there are points where he became like really irresponsible with
Yeah.
like, he does have a big influence.
Yeah, he
And I
does.
think like at some points he actually made valid points, but he just kept going and then it just made things a lot worse.
Yeah.
where I work, I've actually been around a lot of Jewish people, and
Mhm.
a lot of them have bipolar and other mental health issues, and it's generational trauma. I mean, yes, they are wealthy and they're powerful, but obviously, like, their grandparents were, like, literally in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of mental health issues.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was interesting because I was like, in my family, like, we don't have anything. We have, like, alcoholism.
Yeah.
And yes, of course, there's trauma, but, like, nothing as severe as, like, a Holocaust and things like that.
That's like
So,
huge.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you think about how that can affect your kids and their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like, there's bipolar and severe mental health issues. And I'm
Yeah.
like, because I'm like thinking, I'm like, man, these people got like a lot of stuff going on. I'm like fine.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my family.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just like the stuff that they've been through and all their generational trauma. Even though, yes, they are rich and stuff like that. But
well, that's why a lot of people don't like sympathize with or like care too much. And it's because they have like access to resources to get help and to help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And also their community is really tight knit, so like a lot of people are able to like get better jobs just because you're Jewish. And like,
oh yeah,
I know, I've
especially
always
in Hollywood,
wondered, how do they have so much money, like,
because they keep it close within the family. Like, one of the residents where I work, like, she worked for her uncle and his business, and
so they help each other out.
Yeah, and like he would teach her like how to become a business owner and things like that.
And then I bet like they pass down like their homes to like their kids,
and they probably also have life insurance too.
Oh,
yeah, and like money is a big thing for them.
Yeah.
And it's just like versus
They're
like
good with their money.
Black people, Latino people, like we're like, it's known that a lot of us are like oppressed, and a lot of there's a lot of financial difficulties that Latino people have, and Black people, and so they don't have as many access to like resources as like other people that have that money, I guess. But yeah, I think cancel culture is important, but I think there needs to be a balance of it, because I feel like right now at this point it's kind of like over correcting.
Like everybody is getting canceled.
But anyway, what's like a cultural thing you've noticed, or like just like a cultural difference that you've noticed being a teacher in a classroom?
Like, because I teach the Spanish, it's called DLIP, so it's like dual language immersion program, and a lot of the kids that are in that program are predominantly white, and the parents are like a lot of I guess I want to say like hipsterish, and then the kids that are like in the English only program are like Latinos and African American, and so that's just like, I was like, whoa, like, why is it like this?
You weren't expecting that.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
So like those, like, I guess you say hipster parents want their kids to learn another
Spanish.
Language, which is good.
Yeah, it's good.
But the other kids already know Spanish, except the African American kids.
Yeah.
But why aren't they in that class?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. So it's just, I don't know, it's interesting.
Why do you think though? Like, is it the parents
I don't think
decide that?
Yes, it's
in
the
dual
parents.
language?
I don't think it's because, oh, they love like Spanish and they
Like
love the
Latino community,
culture.
yeah.
I don't think it's that.
It's like business.
I've seen it's because for jobs,
Yeah.
Because they're
like
gonna
it's
get
gonna
paid more.
benefit
Yeah.
them because they're gonna get paid more.
I
So
mean, it's
yeah.
for a good reason why the kids are in that class, but you're like,
Mhm.
everyone should be taking this class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone should have the same opportunities to, maximize their pay, their future pay.
Yeah.
And that's like similar to, I was talking about this article in one of the episodes about how um white kids in the classroom feel more entitled to ask questions and to
Mhm.
like, quotation marks, like bother their teachers.
Mhm.
And they feel like that's their right to do that.
Mhm.
And when I say entitled, I don't mean it in the way like, I mean it in a way where it's just like
They're more comfortable.
they feel confident enough to do that. Versus like kids of color that are more like shy and don't either, like maybe they don't feel like they belong, or they don't feel like they have that power.
Yeah.
They don't want to bother or interrupt or like,
Oh, as you're saying this, I already know. Like, I can picture my classroom. That's how
yeah.
like my classroom is. Like,
Uh-huh.
a lot of the white kids, they like. I had some like even try and be rude, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, no, like you need to be respectful. I'm your teacher,
Right.
and then I had some African American students in my class that are a little quieter, a little shy,
Yeah.
are respectful.
Yeah, and so it
And
just to like kind of finish explaining it, like this article was studying like kids and like their future careers basically,
mhm,
and how it starts early on in the classroom,
mhm,
and like a lot of the kids of color like weren't getting their work done because they were too scared to ask for help, and that was like the main like focus.
It was
is
mostly boys too, right?
um I didn't get if it was mostly boys, but from my experience of that, I was one of those little girls that didn't ask for help.
oh yeah,
So,
I was like that too.
yeah. I feel like especially like in Latino culture, you're kind of told to just like shut up and be
Yep.
good and
Mhm.
listen. Versus like little boys who have the opportunities to be crazy and like,
Yeah.
Do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what the article was kind of like trying to study on,
Mhm.
how like it is true that when you're a child in a classroom, that's
Mhm.
kind of initially how you're going to see your future as
Mhm.
like a person who goes into a career or a
Oh my
job.
gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a cool article.
Yeah.
You need to send it to me.
Yeah. So you already see that in
Oh
your
yeah.
classroom.
Yeah, for sure. I already see it.
Do
100%.
you like notice it and like kind of try to like help? Because there in the article there was some teachers, they studied multiple classrooms. There were some teachers that knew that the kids were shy,
Mhm.
so they actually went out of their way to like help them more. Do you?
Always make sure to like try and engage like the quiet ones too, because I was that student. I was really quiet and I was really shy, and I really loved like my teachers that were like really nice to me and stuff like that. Those are the teachers that stand out. So yeah, and I always try and make like an environment for all kids that were it's like welcoming and like comfortable, and they feel like safe and stuff like that. So I try and yeah, include I guess make it comfortable for them to like come out of their shell,
Yeah.
What do you think's the best way to do that?
I think number one is just creating a safe environment for them. I am 100% like I care for my kids, like all the kids. So I always try to make them feel like, oh, my teacher really does care about me, because I really do. I really do care about all the kids. So I don't know,
That's just how you are.
that's just how I am. And I
Yeah.
think that the kids see that and feel it,
Yeah.
because most of them are like super comfortable. Like even the shy kids, at the end of the year, like they're like super comfortable to like talk to me, come up to me, give me hugs,
Aw.
write me like little cards and tell me you're the best teacher. And I'm just like, oh my God, like
You
guys
were
are
like
so
expecting
sweet.
it from them. They're so
Yeah, and
shy.
it's just so sweet. So I'm like, okay,
Wow.
like I'm doing my job right. Like
That's so cool. Did you have teachers growing up that made you want to become a teacher?
In elementary school, none that really stand out. It wasn't until high school
Hmm.
where I had like an English teacher that inspired me because it looked like she really loved her job. She was real cool. She was like really engaging, and I was like, wow, like all of us really like her, you know? And she had like some really cool books that were like engaging and like topics that were really fun too, and it wasn't a boring class at all. So I was like really inspired by her.
That's
So I don't
cool.
know if she's still out there, but if she is,
Which
shout out
school
to you.
did you go to?
Franklin?
To Franklin. Okay.
Yeah. But in elementary school, like a lot of my teachers were really old.
Mm,
So they're like for sure like
not the ones that inspired you.
no, like they're like for sure in their 80s now. So
Whoa. Yeah.
90s
Okay.
maybe. Or
Damn. Or not even
we should be
around.
laughing.
Damn.
But yeah.
So how do you feel about the word Latinx? Latinx?
I don't
Latinx?
like it. I don't like it. Just say Latino, just say Latina. Like don't make it complicated. Just or like I have this one coworker that'll say like maestras with an X, you
What
know.
is that?
Like instead of
Estras?
saying maestros, maestras,
Oh,
like
maestros. I was like, estras.
yeah, with an X,
Uh-huh.
you know? And I'm just like, dude, just say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know.
It's a bit too much. It's extra.
Yeah, like it's just extra like, dude, no. Just say what you gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me being old, but
No, I've heard a lot of people like there's a lot of people I've heard a lot of people say that that word came about because some white person or like, they came up with that word or something. And then some other people feel that, well, this is kind of more closer to what I kind of think, but there's a lot of kids, especially like first generation Latinos that are going to college now. And that's been happening for the past couple of years already. And so a lot of us are being educated and we're taking these, university level classes and we're learning a lot about things. And so we kind of, I don't want to include me because I don't feel this way, but there's like some type of like superior complex going on where like maybe they think they're better than uneducated family members who didn't go to college. Does that make sense?
yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, let me tell my grandma she needs to stop saying this word, even though this is like the only language she's ever known. But she needs to correct herself, even though she's like spoke this language for fucking 70, 80 years. But I need to tell her that this is the right way to speak the language because this is
That's
inclusive
not right. I don't know. That's not right to me.
to everyone else. And I get like the attempt of trying to include transgender people and non-binary people, but
Yeah.
I think it's just really difficult, and I don't think the way we're going about it is like the appropriate way to try to correct something.
Yeah. Like how do you even pronounce that though? Like it would be if you're trying to say Latino X, you just say Latino X or something?
I don't know. That's why I was like Latinx,
Where do you
Latinx. Here, what the word?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like more like younger publications. Like, have you heard of Me Too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like you can commonly hear that word
on there.
under like articles
Yeah, I
and things
see
like
it
that.
on social media for sure. Instagram, podcast with specifically like two young women that are
That's all
probably
us.
Gen X.
It's our podcast.
You guys, someone else. But yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know? Just be straight out. I don't like it. It's annoying to me.
It is difficult because when I was doing the events and it was like obviously like focus on undocumented youth and a lot of them are Latino people and so there was this person that I was like working with alongside, and she kept like correcting me and my friend. She's like, it's Latinx. You need to write that in like the things like the posts and things like that. And so I was like, why? Like what? I didn't even know what this word really was. And it was kind of like a thing that we're just like, okay, well, we don't want to be assholes. Like, we don't want to exclude people. Like, I guess what she's saying makes sense. So that's how we're going to start writing the posts.
Yeah.
But later on, after I was like, I fucking hate this thing because I'm like constantly having to correct everything that I'm writing and saying. And I can't just say like Latino.
Yeah.
You have to be inclusive nowadays.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I'm sure you have kids. Well, maybe they're too little, but changing their pronouns and stuff.
Yeah, my kids are not talking about that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Maybe for sure, like in high school. I want to say maybe middle school.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it is hard to remember because where I work, we have a few residents who are literally changing their pronouns from she to he or changing it to they. Yeah. And we have to write like reports on them, like daily reports. And sometimes I'll do it wrong. I'll say he when really they go by they, or I'll say she when they now go by he. And we have to, if they want to, we have to call them by an entirely different name.
Oh my god!
And these are like 20-year-olds.
Oh wow.
And I don't know, like when you're 20, like I feel like you know who you like you think you know who you are when you're 20, right?
For sure you think you know.
When you're 20, you're like, "Oh, I'm already 20, like I know what I want to do with my life. Like I've already
have so much experience."
Yeah, you do. But now like where we're at, we're like 20-year-olds don't know shit.
They're
bro.
kids.
Yeah. So
it's an embarrassing age.
Hell yeah.
But
I think you know, but you don't.
When we were 20, I felt like we were invincible because we started drinking. We're having so much fun. It's like when you first get your freedom, so you think you're like an adult. So these 20-year-olds are changing their sexuality completely. They're taking hormones. They're gonna convert essentially. And it's just crazy because it's so normalized. And like, what if in 10 years they're like, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore." And
There's no going back.
This is a very tricky topic because nowadays it is all about inclusiveness.
Yeah.
And I respect like the way they feel, especially if they're like, "Oh, I felt this way since I was 13 or whatever." But it's hard to like keep up with it, and I don't know, just remember like what they want to go by.
Yeah. And that reminds me of Demi Lovato.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys follow her.
Example of that.
Yeah, because she was going by she, right? And then I think she changed it to they.
Okay.
And then she changed it again, I want to say, and I'm just like,
she changed it back to she?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just like
but here's the thing, like I understand what you're saying and I agree actually. But it's like hard to like explain it to that community. And I don't want to say that like, you know, them, but actually they want to be they, but you know what I mean? Like it's hard to explain it because all three of us aren't like hatred towards people who want to do what they want to do with their bodies, with their lives. Like, you know, that's none of my business. And it's like,
you gotta do.
I'm supportive of it, especially, like if you feel like you've always been a guy and you're biologically a woman, like do whatever makes you happy.
Yep.
But it's also like have this like understanding, and I hate that I'm saying like it like a demand, but it's also like some people need to understand that this is a hard time for people to be able to, I don't know, adjust to it. Yeah, there's so much like toxic, I don't know, like traditions, gender roles that we've learned and we've been instilled with. So like you have to be kind of like understanding that nobody's trying to hate you or say that you're a man, but like there's just like these complexities that like you have to like bear with people, you know?
We're just not used to it. We didn't grow up with that. Like growing up, I never knew anyone calling themselves they. I didn't even know a lot of gay people in high school. Which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to come out because I was like, there's not enough gay people. Like I felt like a weirdo, honestly. But nowadays, it's like almost
I
It's
actually knew a lot of gay people.
I think it depends, like where
Yeah.
you were, what community you were in, or whatever.
Yeah, I think so,
Alhambra,
too.
there wasn't a
You
lot.
say that, but I knew some gay people, but I don't
No
know.
lesbians though.
I knew lesbians.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew
Actually, I
lesbians
knew
too.
like 2 or 3.
Wasn't enough. You'd be like 10 of them.
Actually, there's
Yeah.
probably more than that. Because now I'm thinking about it. Like,
All right, no
this is
excuse.
coming out.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like kids now, it's very easy for them to express like different sexualities and like
Yeah.
what they want to be, non-binary or whatever. Like parents are like, oh yeah, like this is like a thing now,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
It is a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, we need to take some time to like learn all of this and like get used to it. And yeah, like I said, I think most people, there are people that hate just like the LGBTQ community, but I think most people are just trying to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think most people actually want to hate
For
people.
sure.
You know, most people actually just want to mind their business and like
Mhm.
do whatever. There's always going to be
Do
like
what
those
makes you
crazy
happy.
comments that you read, but it's like that's only a handful of people that are like lame and taking time out of their day to be like hateful.
Yeah.
Towards like
Oh
a
my
certain
gosh.
group.
Like, did you guys see? I mean, I don't want to get into it too much, but
Yeah, like this,
you guys,
I work.
Glendale Unified, it was on Instagram
What?
and on the news. Yeah, they were like voting, I guess, at the district offices if they wanted to continue teaching like LGBTQ plus, like, you know, in the curriculum, I guess.
Mm.
And a lot of like parents went to the district office and were like protesting outside. And they were against it. There were some people that were for it, and people were getting arrested, getting into fights.
Yeah.
Like, it was just insane.
It was out here in LA?
Yeah, in Glendale.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
I did hear. Didn't
No,
somebody
it
get
was
shot?
I think so, dude. There was like the SWAT team, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard they're banning like the pride flag in certain states.
Yeah, I think I've heard that too. There's been a lot of
my
shit
gosh,
going on.
It's
Like,
just, yeah.
How does it affect you?
Exactly.
Yeah. There's just so much awareness that people need to just be like taught.
For sure.
But
at the end of the day, it's just like, this is the way I feel. Like, do what makes you happy, and I don't want to just be you, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
One of my coworkers was asking me to here you go, queer. One of my coworkers was asking me about bi girls or bi people, and I was like, I don't like
Like a different breed.
I'm like, bi to me is like make up your mind.
Stop playing games.
Yeah. It is more normalized for women, I guess, because women are like more fluid or whatever. So I guess it's fine for women to be bi. I just personally think it's annoying.
I'm sure it is annoying because then it's like also if you want to be like in a committed relationship, you know, you want to make sure like you're not gonna get cheated on.
Oh yeah,
someone's gonna be loyal
for
to
sure.
You. And with both options, there's like too many fucking people on this planet.
You're checking out girls, you're checking out guys, like you're checking out everybody. Like you're just down for it all. That's
ho.
Oh, for sure. That's a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Because, like, my friend was literally like, what do you have against bi people? I'm like, I don't have anything against them, but being gay, like, it is annoying.
So you wouldn't date someone who was bi?
I would prefer not to. But, like, I've done it. Sometimes you don't have a choice. Like, they just are.
It's hard out here.
It's hard.
I don't know. I feel like I just need to, like, go to more, like, gay or lesbian like meetups or something. I hang out with way too many straight people.
Yeah. Well, also you say you're always at home, so
I like to
you
be
need to get out there.
with my dog.
Like, I don't know, I can't find anybody.
I'm also not
homebody.
My mom said.
like
My
the
mom-
water boy.
My
Like
mom says she has a friend. She plays bingo with them.
oh my gosh. That's so sad.
Oh, that is sad.
Did you have any other topics?
Would you rather be 4
Oh.
years old?
Yeah, let me ask you these would you rather questions.
Those are good.
Would you rather lose your house or lose all of the memories you've gained this year?
I think for sure I would I mean, it's really hard to choose, but I would probably lose my house because my twins were technically born this year, you know? So it's just like I would lose all the memories.
That's why I wanted to ask you the question.
So for sure,
It's like, let me see how good of a mom she is.
I mean, y'all testing me.
She's like, my house? No.
She's all like, no, I would not.
I'm like,
wanna
because
lose
those
my
babies were
house."
born.
I love my house.
Imagine. Dang, that was a test question.
You passed.
I passed. I'm a good
We passed
mom.
it. Just like we passed those COVID tests.
Don't know the other.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, what about you?
Well, I don't have a house, so easy.
Well, yeah, just even
If you
your-
had a house,
like,
good.
no, it doesn't even have to be like you own your house.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
just
yeah.
where I
So,
live.
Where
like,
you
yeah.
live.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose my memories. That's just sad.
So
Yeah.
you'd rather be homeless. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
you said just the past year.
It says, would you rather lose your house or lose all of the memories you've gained this year?
So you guys have
And
gained
you're like,
really
"Not
good
much
memories this year.
Eh.
Actually,
You know, we're
You
already
know what?
halfway
I've done
through the
I've
year.
done a lot of learning this year, so
That's
yeah.
what I was gonna
mean,
say.
regardless, I would rather keep my memories. I'm tough. I can make my shit happen and get a house eventually.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
we're
like-
already halfway through the year.
Mhm.
It's June, guys. Come on, think about it. You've
Yeah.
made memories for 6 months.
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your
Ooh.
death?
That one's hard. They're both
Yeah.
like. Oof. I would probably want to know how I'm going to die. I wouldn't want to know the date just because I would probably have freaking anxiety,
That's true.
like more anxiety than I already have.
Yeah.
So
Good question. Holy shit.
for sure, like how I'm going, and because maybe you want, like, let's say you find out, like, if it's a heart attack,
Then maybe you can like prevent it.
yeah,
True.
and then you die in a car crash.
or if
instead.
you're in like
So
a
just
car
like,
accident, you just
oh my
take the bus.
gosh.
It's all boring. It's like, oh,
No, you walk
Just
instead.
walk everywhere. You're just biking. You die faster.
Oh my god.
Would you rather be 4 years old your entire life or be 90 years old your entire life?
Damn. I would say 90.
Yeah?
Because I could be like, back in my days.
God,
You
nobody
know?
will like you though.
Back in my
You're
day,
like,
I used to.
"Fuck, I have to go
I
visit
was like,
her."
shut up.
We used to have CD players.
CD players. Walkman.
What about you?
DVD. I would also say 90 because when you're 4, like, do you remember things when you're 4?
Probably not.
I kind of do. I remember
Really?
like some 4-year-old
Yeah, we have a
memories.
good ass fucking memory.
I spoke Spanish in preschool, so like I remember I hated being in preschool because I couldn't like really communicate as well. So I was like really shy
Oh.
and like yeah.
Wait, you couldn't speak English?
Yeah.
You didn't know English?
What? I don't remember that about you.
my mom was like she just kind of threw me in there and I was like I knew some English but
Yeah.
like not like a
Aw,
lot. So I
that's
do remember
cute.
having a hard time like just like communicating and stuff.
So you'd rather be 4?
I think maybe I would rather be 4.
You
It
don't-
seems like more fun.
4 years
honestly.
old, like you're happy.
Yeah, you
most
just
of the
wanna play.
time, and you're playing with your
Well, that's how I
cousins.
asked Coffee, like, how was school? And he's just like, I played. Every day. Every day. It's like, I played. I'm like, you played? What else did you
Aw.
do? I just played with my best friend. I'm like, okay. Everything's about play, you know?
I know my dad would ask me that, like when he would pick me up from middle school. He'd be like, "How was school? Good. What'd you learn? Math.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
One word.
English."
That's how it is with my nephews. How was school? It's okay. Or everything is I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm like, do you guys have like
They're
more
middle school?
vocabulary? 12, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
They don't want to
doesn't-
share much.
Yeah, he doesn't talk much.
You didn't answer. Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Yeah.
I kind of.
What's that on your sleeve?
I don't know. It's thrifted.
Cement.
It's like
Bro.
cheesecake.
You have cheesecake? I'd rather know the date, actually.
The date?
Yeah.
Dang, you would be okay with the date?
Yeah, I want to know the date, and then like.
What if it's tomorrow? What would you do?
I'd do some crazy shit today for sure.
Yeah. Do heroin.
I'd want to know the date so I
Like
can
an
like
ecstasy.
do everything I want to do, and then like try to figure out like how I'm gonna die depending on the date.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's like a long ass time, I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like 20 years. I'm like, wow, what could happen in 20 years, and figure out how I'm gonna die that way.
Damn. How about you, Alexis?
Yeah, I think I'd probably want to know like how I died,
Mm-hmm.
because maybe I could prevent it,
Yeah.
depending how old I am.
Yeah.
This is an infamous question asked by my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather marry a baby or suck a dick your entire life?
I can just hear Jesse asking that question.
That is super rad.
He
I
loves
was like
asking
thinking
that
of
question.
would you okay, can you repeat that?
One more time.
Would you they're both terrible for the rest of your life?
Yeah, just married to a baby.
Wait, you said suck a dick?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For the rest of your life?
For the rest of your
Well, you
life.
kind of see your mom.
So now we know.
I guess that's your answer. And what about you, Alexis?
I'll just cut it out and then you're ending with, I guess that's your answer. I would actually rather marry a baby. I don't have to have sex with it.
Baby's cute.
I'd rather marry a baby.
But that doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
It's my husband's.
I don't have to have sex with it. I mean, it'll grow up. I don't know.
No, it's a baby forever, I thought.
I guess we can make it a baby forever.
Then who would you have sex with?
I don't know.
Whoever.
Myself.
Your sex story.
The baby will be in his room. Her room. I don't know. Leave me alone.
You have it all planned out.
I know.
He's
thought
asked,
about this.
I've heard him ask this question to multiple people, so I'm just like, this is my answer.
Oh my
What do those
goodness.
people say?
You know what? It's actually my fault because I always interrupt and I'm like, I'd rather marry a baby.
So they don't even get to answer.
And then people are like, yeah, I'd rather marry a baby.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
sad.
so
Oh my gosh. So you never got my answer then.
yeah, so what's your actual answer?
I just told you.
Okay, and then that's where we end, I guess.
Okay.
Alright. This was fun.
Yeah,
Thanks for
this
coming
was
on.
fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
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 Bye.